Welcome back to GMOY Radio. This is Unfiltered, always hosted by Street Smart Studios. If you want to hit them up on Facebook, look up Street Smart Society on LLC. And this is the first 10. As always, we're going to start off with the news in the weekend. We got the AP poll, we got the World Series, and we got our Browns fact of the week. First and foremost, Browns fact of the week, sad Browns fact of the week. This just seems like that's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. The Browns have lost 25 straight games on Sunday, tied with the 1976-77 Buccaneers for the longest streak in NFL history. That Buccaneers team was an expansion team. I mean, that was a brand new football team that had a bunch of scrub players. This is not the same thing.
They're an old team with a bunch of scrub players.
Yeah, and a bunch of hurt players.
Who?
The Browns.
No, they have the youngest team other than Kenny Britt. And Phil Dawson. I feel like they just counterbalance the.
How they've been young for what?
Oh, I mean, they've been young for about 40 years.
right. Since Jim Brown.
I agree with him. I mean, you got the oldest lineman in the league. He's out now. You got
the best lineman in the league.
The only thing that's young about them is the fact that they switching quarterbacks every other week.
They've been doing that since Tim Couch, man.
Oh no, this year's been bad.
But they've been just running back and forth. It's usually somebody Colt McCoy went down, boom. They would put it in somebody else went down, boom. They were just.
And it's crazy because you don't even remember who the quarterbacks were because they changed so damn much. Oh, it's 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks a year.
And they just waste picks, man. Those two picks I'll never forget. They drafted 28-year-old Brandon Whedon.
Yeah,
made no sense. I don't care how talented he was.
Unless
he was Kurt Warner, it wasn't worth it.
Oklahoma State, Brandon Whedon.
He was a beast in Oklahoma State.
But the Panthers took Chris Winkie, same age.
Yeah. And then who was the other dude? Oh, and Johnny Manziel. Those two picks.
You can't hate on Johnny.
Yeah, if you alcoholic, yeah, I can.
Alcoholic cokehead.
I don't know. That last part is a disclaimer. I'm not sure about the second part.
No yams never hurt nobody.
I know he's alcoholic.
No, they caught. Remember they caught him rolling the dollar in the bathroom mirror picture.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Gotcha, Johnny. Little coke never hurt nobody. That's a lie.
Ask for James. We about to switch over to the college full time, and we Penn State took an L this weekend. TCU took an L this weekend. There was 2 top 4 teams, so we got a new top 4, and it's not going to last. I promise y'all that. Top 4 teams.
Top 1.
Well, we know who 1 is. Yeah. I don't believe in Georgia. You believe in Georgia? That's on you. I'll never believe in Georgia.
Georgia's.
I didn't even want the Rams to pick Todd Gurley at first.
Are they in the same? I know the SEC has 2 divisions.
I know they're going to play. They're going to play Alabama in the championship game.
So they're in separate. Okay.
Same thing with Ohio State and Wisconsin.
But go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll run it down. I mean, I'm only running it down from 10. If you want to look up the whole 25, that's on you. TCU off their loss to Iowa State. Iowa State is upset both now TCU and Oklahoma this year.
Number 10.
Miami, number 9. ACE, ACC, the U. My dark horse to get up into the top 4 this year.
You think?
That's a dark horse. I think they might be able to beat Clemson. Oklahoma, Big 12. I've never been a big Oklahoma fan. They gave us Sam Bradford and a bunch of other people I don't like.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I do. Adrian Peterson should have came out of high school.
That's true.
That was a waste of an ACO that year. After that, we have the number 7 Penn State Nittany Lions. They took a loss this week to Oklahoma.
Lost the crusher to the rivals. Ohio State University.
You know when it says that. I do gotta say, well, I'll wait till we get up to them. But hey, Penn State's played strong. I don't like when teams give up leads like that. Though. If it was a close game the whole way, I'd be cool.
If you're top 10, you can't do that.
No.
Number 6 is Clemson. I have not been following Clemson since they took their L earlier this year, so I don't know what they're doing.
They're the same thing they've been doing for the last 2-3 years. Replace Deshaun Watson with another Deshaun Watson. Did he?
I thought that guy got hurt. After that, we got the team that don't play by nobody else's rules, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
The reason I say that is because they ain't got no conference, and it's 2017. You should have a fucking conference.
They just been doing their own shit for
Navy's in a conference.
Nah,
they're in America now. The only teams that don't have a conference are Notre Dame, BYU, which is another weird university.
What about Air Force?
Air Force is in the Mountain West. It's Army.
Army.
Those 3 are independents right now.
Okay.
Army is probably going to stay independent no matter what. And BYU left the conference. They want to be like the West Coast Notre Dame, and they want to try to win a national title for the first time since '84.
Yeah, because that's not going to happen. Who did they win with? Back in '84, shit. Who?
All I know is they won a national title off of winning a Holiday Bowl.
Huh.
Like they didn't even play a major bowl game.
How'd they win them?
Oh, they were undefeated. That was it. There was no other undefeated. This is before they made the rules that Boise State couldn't win a national title.
Poor Boise State.
After that, we got the Big Ten and the SEC rounding out the top four with Wisconsin and Ohio State at 4-3, and Georgia and Alabama at 2-1. They are both in separate conferences, so at some point they will play each other. This is the only way I see one of these teams. Like, if Georgia beats Alabama close, Alabama will still make it. I don't think Georgia makes it if Alabama beats Georgia.
Alabama is going to cry. Georgia's not beating Alabama.
No.
And Wisconsin's not beating Ohio State. Sorry. TJ Barrett, you're the man.
That's the weird thing about Wisconsin, man, is they always get to this point and they're always not making it.
They're always a defensive team. Basketball, football, it don't matter what it was. They're a team.
Side note, great basketball. It's the most agonizing shit to watch, is to watch Wisconsin play basketball. They win.
Yeah.
They win.
They do win.
I feel like they win by putting them niggas to sleep. On the
Yeah,
side.
right. Just pass the ball until the other team falls asleep.
Like, oh, I hate, I can't. I hate when they make the tournament.
He's nodding. Get him. Drive.
Yeah, and they got the smartest niggas out there. They always saying that unnecessary shit to people. Remember when
they always got all the white dudes. All of them.
That's true.
If you're white, come to Wisconsin. You'll play. Not at North Carolina. Duke, man. We'll save that for another day.
All right. Well, before we head off into our regular segments, because we are not baseball aficionados, we have to look this up for you.
Yes.
But we have a 3-2 lead.
Houston over to LA
Is that
Dodgers.
something you were seeing? Is that what you were like? You guys,
Houston.
Yeah, no, I thought you picked.
I said I want Houston to win. I think LA will win.
Okay. Yeah.
That was literally what that's what I said.
I thought LA was going. I thought LA was. Well, I can't say thought. I
know baseball.
think LA is still going to win.
Baseball and hockey are them two sports like that. Like niggas can come back from 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not counting nobody out until that last pitch is thrown.
And they had their ace on the mound last night, Clayton Kershaw.
I think it's because they keep on fucking around with these. I'm not a baseball expert, but I keep on seeing like this last couple of years, they keep on fucking with rotations in the playoffs to get like the most out of pitchers.
Right.
I think they're getting to that point where it's like fucking up.
You're burning your talent out.
The only dude that can do that is Madison Bumgarner, and that's because that dude be chopping down trees.
Yeah, he's a beast. Remember, he tore the Pirates up. What, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
I thought he's like
Pirates,
he's like a football player playing pitcher.
He's a big guy. He's a big dude. He could be a quarterback. But yeah, man, 7 home runs last night. Went to the bottom of the 10th inning. That was crazy. What'd you say? That's the second longest base or playoff game, World Series game ever.
And then the other one was the second longest. Which most of these records are second to the Toronto Phillies series back in '92.
The final score was 13-12. 13-12.
There's some football teams that ain't scoring that right now.
Sure. Like the Rams. No, I'm joking.
We the highest scoring team in the NFL.
I'm going basketball easy.
Before we run this back because he's swole. What league has the worst haircuts? And I count the NHL, but I fuck with the mullet, so like I'm not mad at the NHL.
That's like the Yager mullet.
Yeah, like when they come out with the mullet or the playoff beards, I fuck with most of hockey's traditions. I just don't really fuck with the
hockey.
Well, NHL. The NHL has lockouts like every 3 years, so I can't get into the sports that can't see their player on the ice. No, for me, it's probably in the NFL, man, with Odell Beckham Jr. And I'm sorry, man. Antonio Brown had a Lego piece on the top of his head for a little while.
Yeah, that was weird. That was like I don't know what the hell that was. I might go NBA, man. Like funky dreadlocks, like the back in the day, like it's like a bowl cut dreadlocks, or you got the box fade.
That's not like clean cut.
No, yeah, it's like Jalen Brown type deal. Like he had a box cut.
See, I guess it's because I look at it like I fuck with the people that I guess aren't black. Like I fuck with Gordon Hayward's. That nigga was like a nerd when he came out the league. This nigga came out looking like Macklemore like a year later.
Right, you got a comb over.
I fuck with almost anything Jeremy Lin does. I'm not like
there you go. That's another one. Jeremy Lin. His freaking mohawk was like inches.
The mohawk was
inches.
First thing, the mohawk was a health hazard.
Somebody's eye out with that damn thing. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I'm talking about like he got the fade dreads right now. I fuck with that. Because I think Curtis Martin wasn't happy about it, and I think Curtis Martin's a hater.
Baseball is pretty bad too when like you get to the playoff beards and dude with the red hair on the Dodgers, I forget his last name. And my man's hair was down the hair and his beard like it all connected. Yeah, It was just a Lions man at the end of the day.
I think baseball be my runner-up just because I know I've seen once, and I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I seen a nigga with a beard, and he put all his seeds in his beard and was eating the seeds out of his beard. I don't know if it's a fashion statement, but it's the nastiest thing I've ever seen with hair.
When he had it was like
he had a long beard, and he put like sunflower seeds in his beard, and was eating the sunflower seeds, picking it out of his beard to eat them.
I'm not gonna say anything.
That's gross.
And I count that as part of your hairstyle, so like that's why I'm going to probably have to go with MLB too.
What'd you got?
Oh, I think I'll probably see maybe NFL.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Odell
I think
Beckham's
there's some
wild.
wild ones.
Odell Beckham wins. He has like
and that's the thing. Ramen noodle haircut is the reason why NFL goes down.
He's like the Justin Timberlake of football.
Oh shit. 2001 JT.
I didn't do that.
Last but not least, on the opening 10, I'd like to let y'all know what happened a couple of years ago today. Today, 1996, Ghostface Killer featuring Raekwon and Capadonna, Iron Man release. Produced by the RZA, all that. But
Wu-Tang.
It came out this day.
I fucks with Raekwon.
All right. Are y'all ready to name some quarterbacks for me from the Browns in the last 10 years?
Yeah, we get this game going. Let's go.
Yeah, Wu-Tang. I mean, I'm a fan of Wu-Tang.
I'm just saying, I'm very disrespectful.
Oh no, Wu-Tang for life.
I like Raekwon.
Right.
Both for Cuban links. Only both for Cuban links.
I'm a
First and a second.
I'm a Ghostface guy. I'm a Redman guy too, but I like Redman and Method Man.
Yeah, Redman.
Yeah.
No, not Redman.
Method Man.
Method Man. My bad.
Why does who's the fat white dude? What's his name?
Static.
That sounds exactly like
Ghostface. Action Bronson.
Action Bronson. Is that not crazy? Like, sounds exactly like the dude.
It had to happen at some point.
It's gonna happen.
Not like that.
I don't think he did it
I've never heard somebody sound like DMX. Right, and you just stole his style.
That's how I thought about Hobson for a minute though.
Stole whose style?
Eminem. I thought he sounded just like Eminem for like the first year or two when I was listening to him. Like back when he was still on Ruthless. Which people forget.
Shout out Wu-Tang. I mean, I'm not a big fan, but I'm not a huge fan of Wu-Tang. But I do fuck with Raekwon.
All right.
Raekwon
So now we'll do a proper transition, shout out Wu-Tang, to the trivia of the Browns coaches that played what in the last what?
We could do 10 years. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
It doesn't matter to me. My first is Tim Couch.
Tim Couch. Kelly Holcomb.
Damn.
Yes.
Jason Campbell.
Johnny Football.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Weeden, what we talked about.
I said Brandon Weeden. Well, I'm gonna name him. Who? Jeff Garcia.
Yeah. Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer, yeah.
I know McCown played over there at some point.
Which one?
I don't know which one. You guess that part. I just know one. I know one of the McCown brothers have been on the squad, if not more than one.
From this year, not Deshaun Kaiser, the other one.
Chris Hogan.
I
know where
Kevin Hogan.
Kevin Hogan.
You got benched twice. I don't have to.
From Stanford.
Who else played for Cleveland? Bro, they switched like 4 or 5 times a year. This is hard.
Especially when the injuries hit. That's where I'm like, I lost on this one. Did Jimmy Clausen go? No, that was Carolina.
Yeah. That was somebody from
the choice.
What?
From didn't he play for
Baltimore?
He went to Baltimore.
About Clausen?
No, he's still. I think.
Brady Quinn.
Yeah, that was the one.
Brady Quinn. Yeah. Trent Dilfer was in 05.
Trent Dilfer.
He was a Super Bowl, so I'm gonna let him slide.
I'll let it slide, but that was 05.
He barely got a Super Bowl because of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
He played in the game.
He did. Yeah, he definitely played. Barely. He played in the game. I cannot see. I'm legally blind. Barely played in the game. Get out of there.
Anybody else you could think of?
Not off the top of my head.
All right,
Kelly Holcomb was like my wild card.
And that was the same thing with Tim Couch. I thought Tim Couch real quick because that was like
that was the first one they had. That was the first
for the re.
But he was 04, Kelly.
Okay.
So
what the hell?
Jason Campbell?
I said that.
Yeah. I mean, he did say that, yeah. Come on. All right. He's the starting quarterback. I think he's the starting quarterback for the 49ers.
I already said Brian Hoyer.
Oh, yeah. All right. How about is that all you're going to
name the wackest that's on there?
Yeah, name the person that you don't know that you never heard of.
Ken Dorsey?
Okay.
I do remember him.
Was Jake Talone on there?
Nah, wait, did he go?
Jake Del Homme.
Wow, that's a far
Jake Del
fall.
Homie.
That was a far fall. He went from losing the Super Bowl to taking contracts from the Browns.
That's what happens.
Those latter years in your career, man, that last contract you're gonna get, you'll go anywhere. You're gonna
That's
get
how I
that
felt
fucking money.
that's how I felt about McCown with the Jets, except they winning. I don't think he planned on winning.
Moss,
No.
Moss with the freaking where did he go? San Francisco. Rice at the Raiders. Like you take that last contract, man.
Anybody else?
Hey, Rice almost won a Super Bowl with that contract until Gannon decided to throw 5 interceptions.
Richie. No, I give up. Name them.
Yeah,
All right. So you
That's how this is gonna be a lot.
forgot about our boy RG3.
RG.
Oh, did he play?
Yeah, I think it may be a game or something before he died. I mean, I'm just saying, like he was there. Austin Davis.
RG3.
I forgot about because Austin Davis played on the Rams.
He was on the Rams.
Yeah. Connor Shaw.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea.
Thad Lewis.
Who?
Thad Lewis.
Oh, he was on the Vikings. He started a playoff game for the Vikings a couple years ago.
Who are these people? When did they
You don't
play?
remember?
Did they play like one game?
And Thad was the backup for Seahawks for a while too.
I think so. Yeah. And I think it was on the Bills.
I don't know what that part. Oh yeah, he's
Seneca Wallace.
Okay.
All right, I respect Seneca.
He was all right.
Charlie Fry.
I don't
Charlie
remember.
Fry.
That's the first one I remember.
But you pretty much Bruce
Bruce
Brad-
Gradkowski. Oh,
Oh shit.
Big Bruce from Seton LaSalle. That's what's up. Shout out Bruce Gradkowski, Pittsburgh native. Sorry you had to play for the Browns, bud.
Didn't he came through the Steelers, I thought.
Yeah, he was a backup for the Steelers for a
But I
minute.
still didn't trust him.
He might still be there.
No, he's done.
He's done. He's been done
But-
since he got to the Browns. Huh?
Luke McCown was actually there, but that was a 04.
So it wasn't Josh, it was Luke.
It was no. He was no. The both of them were there.
God damn.
Different years. Luke was there in 04. Luke
He
was
said,
there.
when does McCown play for the Browns? Both.
All of them.
There's 3. I don't know. I forget about the third one.
Oh, I forgot about him.
He hasn't got to play a lot. Like the other two
Oh.
have actually had starting jobs in their life.
Mm.
I didn't know that Josh was 38.
Bro,
Oh.
He's the same age as Drew Brees.
where's he? Oh, he's in
He's at New York.
New York. He's killing it somehow. I don't even
the
know.
Jets. Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing.
They suck too.
They've been playing decently this year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're good.
No,
They've been playing teams well.
like why do the
The Bills and the
Ba-
Vikings are killing it right now.
Yeah, the Vikings are playing real good.
And I think that getting Aaron Rodgers out the way, quote unquote, kind of made it a clear path to the playoffs for them.
That's a low blow, man.
It hurts.
Bro, like the season changed that second. Like, oh, Vikings about to win the division, and they starting their third string quarterback. They starting Case Keenum.
Yeah.
It was not really that bad.
Brett Hundley only got one game, literally one game in. You can't count the
I like Brett. I started him in that one game. Got 11 points, but I started him.
He got that running touchdown. That's why you got 11 points.
Hey, I had Deshaun Watson on the bye that week, so I'm like, you know what? I like risking it every once in a while. So I was like, fuck it, Brett Hundley, because I'm not starting Eli.
Deshaun Watson, rookie of the year.
Who's the competition?
What?
Oh, everybody else got hurt. Everybody else got hurt.
Nothing.
Yeah,
there ain't no competition.
There is one. Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
He's on pace to like go.
Watson's killing it.
Maybe Juju Smith. No.
That's too late. He
That's
started
too
too late.
He can,
I'm still shocked that-
he can murder like Josh Gordon did. Remember?
I'm still shocked that Josh Gordon, Odell Beckham Jr., and Todd Gurley got Rookie of the Year. Neither of these dudes played even like maybe 12 games. They played all 12 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juju, man, was it awesome
Back.
that they played Juju on that beat whenever they broke in the went to what's it called, commercial break?
Yeah.
I was pretty pumped about that.
So,
Juju,
y'all remember Joey Bosa?
yeah,
So you remember
Beast.
how he came out with the contract dispute, even though there's like a rookie wage, so where he couldn't even get much more money.
right.
Well, it's changed from then. He is now he is the fastest player to 20 career with most sacks in his first 20 career games in NFL history. So it definitely switched up. Also, saying that, where's his partner in crime?
Who?
Who's the other linebacker on that team?
I don't even know who's on the Chargers. To be honest.
The other linebacker is the he got imaginary girlfriends and shit.
Yeah.
What's it, Manti Te'o?
If she's on the field, they always go ahead and say, you got an extra player on.
Manti.
Nah.
No,
No.
that was an epic fail.
That was a bad
He
idea.
tried.
Also, shout out to Pat Narduzzi, because if the other dude from Penn State's gonna be petty, Pat Narduzzi's gonna be petty too. Because when Penn State lost their game, you know what Pat Narduzzi did?
Mm.
Held a pit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Simple, straight to the point. Even though y'all are trash this year, y'all might have beat Virginia Tech, but
Virginia.
Virginia. Y'all about to
We ain't
wax
beating
them.
Virginia Tech.
I didn't think they was gonna beat Virginia. They're like 5-2. Well, they were 5-2.
Yeah, they was 5-2 until we had to whoop that ass. I'm joking.
Other news. Did y'all hear about what happened in the Tennessee Kentucky game?
Did not.
Every single player in one play got a personal foul.
Everybody got personal foul.
Everybody got a personal foul in one play.
So does that just like cancel each other out?
I'm assuming it does.
I mean, there's a point where it's like, well, we can't really eject everybody from the game.
Oh no! If you get a second ejection in the game, if they did that twice, the game's over.
Huh.
Because
So
you
what
get
would
two
they do?
ejections, you get two personal fouls, they take you out the game.
So then what would happen?
Both teams will forfeit the game.
Huh.
It's happened.
They both get L's?
Something like that. Yo, you remember? This is completely different, but I remember a couple years ago, the Lakers had too many people hurt, and then somebody fouled out, so they had to play. They basically had 5 people on the court, but
That was it.
And then one dude fouled out, and then they couldn't take him out the game.
Huh.
Yeah, if you
So he had to play.
he had to play.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And I mean, unless you go start pulling, the problem is the home team Kentucky can start pulling niggas out the stands. That might work.
Yeah.
Tennessee only got a certain amount of players,
Right. Dressed. Period.
so there's a difference there.
It was Kentucky versus Tennessee. I mean, I guess that's a big rival down south. Yeah.
I mean, maybe in basketball.
They're
They're
right
like-
next to each
they're
other.
like-
Yeah, they're bordering each other.
It's like us versus what's it called?
Ohio or
Or not Ohio. West Virginia.
West Virginia? Yeah.
Dub V.
Oh,
yeah, they
shit.
lost this weekend to Texas Tech. Didn't they?
Who?
Didn't they lose this weekend?
Texas Tech.
I think so. I mean, 2 Texas Tech.
2. Yeah, West Virginia lost. Poor guys.
Also, before we get our break, it's Pittsburgh. It's playoff season in high school, so we're gonna get you all these updates on what's going on in the high school ranks. I do know that we finally have a tiebreaker for the Clarendon Amani Christian Academy Jeanette problem.
Is that the same Christian? Is that the same one that had the issues with the fight
Yeah.
went off? Okay.
Because of, I don't know what the Garner score means, but it's some type of way they differentiate how they break ties. So Clarendon will be the 2 seed. California is the 1 seed. California doesn't play in the same conference as those 3 teams. Like Jeanette, Amani Christian Academy, and Clarendon all play
Are
in
part
the
of
same
Whitfield.
No, they're all in the same conference in Whitfield. Or
Oh.
division, my bad, division.
Okay.
So when they all tied for their division, only 2 of them could get home games, and the other third team's going to be a wild card.
Mm,
And they
Well, that
all have the
sucks.
same record, and they all beat each other in like a round robin way.
mhm.
Like Clarendon destroyed Jeanette, Jeanette beat Amani Christian Academy, and Amani beat Clarendon.
Right.
So there was like a weird tiebreaker. Even though I do think that Jeanette being waxed by Clarendon makes a little bit more of a difference in the close games that were.
Yeah,
Amani.
points should definitely.
Yeah, and that's what happened. They said that if the only way the tiebreaker would have got weird is if Amani would have beat their last team by like 20.
Hmm.
And they didn't. They only won by 7, so that automatically made them below Clarendon. Now, I don't know what's up with Jeanette, even though my thing with Jeanette is y'all lost like 42-7. like y'all, that L Clarendon was not close.
With that big Whitfield, was that class? Was that single A? Double
Yeah,
A?
single A. They're the best. They were definitely single A squad.
City League, you got Alderdice versus Brashear for the City League Championship.
Nice.
Carrick, man, come on, guys. We've been bad since.
Carrick?
Yeah.
Is that, they even have a actual football team?
That wasn't even fair, but all right.
Yeah, man, that's below
I've
the
never
belt.
heard
We're not good at anything except for like baseball.
track.
Also-
Track and field.
Shout out to South
Alderdice was good at that.
Oh,
Malachi knows about that.
Track man 7 on
Alderdice was good at like soccer and track and
Well, they won the City League in basketball.
golf.
go.
Undefeated goal.
Oh, no.
10 years.
Speaking of undefeated, South Fayette is now have 6 consecutive undefeated regular seasons.
South Fayette, I feel like that's not a real team.
Oh no,
Where-
they go to Heinz Field almost every other year.
Who they play against?
They're in the same conference as Seton LaSalle.
Oh, that's a joke.
What was that? Trip?
That's a triple A. I
And that
thought.
means they're in the same conference as Alcoa.
Oh, what's
And
Whitfield?
Beaver and Beaver Falls and all them other Beaver County teams that care
Blackhawks, the
way too much about
Blackhawks up
football.
there.
Beaver Falls.
Blackhawks
Blackhawks is a
Alright.
big school up there. That's
Aliquippa's
Blackhawk
always
might have moved
good.
up.
oh.
Now, Aliquippa should be like a single A team, but
Yeah.
they made it that they wanted to play with the Beaver County schools.
'Cause
And they
they're
still
good.
winning. So
Right. It doesn't matter how many people are in their school.
it's all about population on that.
And yeah, that's what.
Even though
South
I
should
do
get to.
believe that because of switching out, that I don't think there should be ever a way that a single A team plays a 6A team.
Mm.
But you can just bring out the backups and they'll be fresh as shit. That Clarendon got that option.
Right. Clarendon's
Now, like
Clarendon's always good every year.
It doesn't matter. Oh.
it's weird though, because like last year they destroyed Aliquippa, and then this year Aliquippa ran them off the field.
Yeah,
And it's weird because I was always excited to see them 2 teams play, and this just hasn't been close.
that's a toss up. Aliquippa been good forever. There's nothing to do out there. That's why.
I tell you that now. If you ain't working at the mill, you better play some football.
The mill,
The mill.
football.
I mean, it's not like you want underground. It's like a normal steel mill until it's like the last one left. But no, man, like I love Aliquippa. Like I do love it. All the people down there, like it's like Southern hospitality, but they ain't South. But there ain't shit to do. They'll make you a plate, a fire plate. That's probably the most you'll get out of somebody.
Where the hell you been hanging out at, man?
What?
Aliquippa?
I got cousins out there. I got my whole dad's side of the family out there. I might have had a football career if I lived out there. I just had to go to Baldwin, and we lost every single game that year. My freshman year we lost every game, and then the next year we lost like the first 8.
So you just called it.
I thought they didn't. I thought like from what I remember is I thought we never won the game.
No, we had because that one year we upset Upper St. Clair, and we almost fought all the freshman team for Upper St. Clair that day.
Oh.
Last time I remember Baldwin being good when they had the Pinkston brothers. That was back in 04.
Yeah.
05. The one is he still in the league?
Maybe.
Jason Pinkston? I think he might be in the league. I don't know.
Okay.
Baldwin.
At least we 4A.
Used to be?
Oh no, we're 5A now.
Damn. How far does it go up to?
6 now.
6. I thought that. Damn.
They switched it.
I thought it only went up to like 4 when I was in high school.
Yeah, that's what
they
it was.
moved it up to 6 last year. That's why like the 1A and 2A played Robert Morris for the championship game.
Okay.
Hinesville 6 games we played in one day.
What? Yeah.
Just for
Those fields look like shit after all those teams play on them.
The other thing is, the one year I was down there, the first game started at like 11 in the morning. The last game ended in like 2. It was 4 games.
What?
Yeah, like I left before that. I stayed for Aliquippa's game.
2
a.m.
a.m.
Yes.
Because you were like 2 p.m. Like, oh, that's not
4 games in 3 hours.
Wow, that's they got rocked.
Right?
It was just
that was quick.
So I got the actual list now because I was fumbling around with the Post-Gazette and they were just trying to do articles. So we're gonna run it down. We're gonna run it from the bottom. Start from the bottom. We go up from there.
Start up from the bottom. No,
This one's gonna be a little long.
no, we if
You gotta throw that in there.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are.
What happened to it?
Okay, I went too far down. This is like the biggest page ever. But we about to start off with the single A. The PIA single A bracket is. Oh yeah, this like I said.
Good luck with that one.
Bishop, Guilfoyle,
Guilfoyle,
Clarendon, Jeanette, William Valley, and Rochester. Rochester's Rochester's one of the Beaver County schools people forget about.
yeah.
Rochester's always good.
Then PIAA Class 2A, Southern Columbia, Still Valley, number 2, Dunmore, number 3.
Yeah, Still Valley been good for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Where's Southern Columbia?
Number 4, Washington.
Who are you? Who the fuck are you, Southern Columbia?
Where's that at?
They got the kilos though.
They
Number 4 is
on deck.
Washington. I'm assuming this is the county.
Washington County, yeah.
And then number 5 is Ligonier Valley, which I didn't know anybody actually lived in Ligonier. I just thought it was like a campground place.
I feel like-
was that the Civil War?
That's like, yeah, that's out there.
Or some shit like that.
It's about like 10 kids with just.
It's a 2A. I mean,
It's not like it's an Amish country.
Also, these are all 1 seeds. So
Poor guys.
I'm just letting y'all know who the 1 seeds are. PIA Class 3A, Aliquippa is number 1. Scranton Prep, meaning these are kids that are probably recruited to play at this school.
Any prep school.
Yeah. Number 3 is Middletown. I've heard a lot about this team. I have no clue where Middletown's at. Number 4 is Mercyhurst Prep. Again, they are recruiting students, just letting y'all know. And number 5 is Palisades. That sounds like a.
Palisades?
That sounds like a. Yeah, that's
Holy shit. All right, go ahead, bro.
Oh, no, that sounds like a roach repellent to me.
Palisades.
I thought they might have made their own school. We was talking about the policies off the air. I thought they might have finally.
Oh, it's French.
Oh, it's French.
I'm joking.
I know it's probably French. We mispronounce every French word in the city. Duquesne, North Versailles, all that stuff is mispronounced.
How you say Duquesne?
I don't know how to say Duquesne. I know how to say Versailles. It's Versailles.
Versailles.
North Versace, heard.
Number 4, PIA Class 4A. It's Erie Catholic Prep, Berks Catholic, and Hot Tipped Charter.
Emotep.
Yeah, actually, he's right. Emotep. And it really is Emotep after I thought about it. I also don't know how they're ahead of Thomas Jefferson, who's 4, and then South Fayette is 5. But
What the fuck did you say that one?
Imhotep.
Emotep, like
Where's that at?
the Mummy.
Emotep.
Yeah, where's Emotep at? I just want to know.
Emotep.
Like, that's what
So Southern Columbia is like northern.
IHOP University.
PIA Class 5A is Harrisburg.
Let me make it
Archbishop Wood. I don't know how I fucked that up. I know how to say this shit.
You want me to do this?
No, because y'all having fun with me fucking it up.
Oh yeah.
Springfield, Delco,
There you go.
Penn Trafford, and yeah, you can do that. It's
Manheim.
I was gonna say Manheim Central.
I've never heard of any of them. Archbishop. That's
I've heard of I heard of Penn Trafford.
Penn Trafford. All right.
And then PIA Class 6A, number 1. And this is all, like I said, state standings. St. Joseph Prep. Number 2, Pine Richland. Number 3, Parkland. Number 4, Downingtown East.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
And number 5 is LaSalle College.
Wait,
Hold up.
wait,
Wait.
whoa.
I was y'all see this later. It's like I looked at it like,
LaSalle College. No wonder they're ranked number 1.
Or let's say in college PA or
Fucking
something.
jerk.
we gonna switch over Whippeals for the people that are ready to see who's gonna go to Heinz Field.
Missing the City League, man.
Oh my bad. No
We
disrespect.
dissing the City League, dude.
Shout out to Malachi. Alderdice is 1. University Prep is 2. Is that the one that's out in like Oakland?
Yeah, I think that University Prep is that Obama Academy or some shit like that.
And then number 3 is Bashir, and Unseen is Carrick.
Poor Carrick.
Carrick's not even making it.
For the local playoff bracket, these are all the number 1 seeds. Whippeal Class 1A. Number 1 is Clarendon. Number 2 is Jeanette. Number 3 is Rochester. Number 4 is California. And number 5 is Western Beaver. Meaning that Imani Academy is going to have to be a wild card team. Because that's what's the problem is that
That's very disrespectful.
they couldn't do anything else. Only 2 teams from each conference could be a 1 seed. And there still needed to be 2, like Western Beaver, California, and Rochester. Well, I guess Western Beaver and Rochester play in the same division. I'm assuming. I don't know who California will be playing. Whippeal Class 2A. Number 1, Steel Valley, Ironman in this building. Number 2, Washington. Number 3 is East Allegheny.
Oh, EA, wow.
Number 4 is Riverside, which I don't know where Riverside's at. And number 5 is Burgestown. Fuck y'all, that concert venue is way too far away.
Yeah, you just had to throw that out there.
I hate going out to concerts in Burgestown, man.
All
It's
right,
like I got to think about who's driving home.
all right. Emotep is northern Philly.
Like, kidding.
IHOP Tep.
All right, Emotep.
I'm going with Emo. Whippeal Class 3A. Number 1 is Aliquippa. Number 2 is Quaker Valley, meaning these 2 things is across the river from each other.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Seton LaSalle, which you was talking shit about.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Central Valley. And the shocker, because they've been trashed my entire life, is Elizabeth Forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember when they were good, but then like during my school time, yeah, they were trash.
I feel like all the kids we hung out with in CCAC played on those teams that we thought were trash, and that's why, because they're just always getting blitzed.
Yeah.
Whippeal Class 4A. This is what I love about the South Hills. When this merger happens, it's going to be lit. Because Clarendon's number 1 and Thomas Jefferson's number 1 in the 4A. So when they merge and they go up to 6A, they might as well just start playing college.
Wait,
Right.
wait, they're gonna go ahead and.
It's been something they've been talking about for years. It'll happen.
But they've been talking like that with Brentwood too.
With who?
Brentwood coming
I've
to
never
Baldwin
seen you talk about that. I've never heard about Brentwood merging with anybody.
with Baldwin Wade.
What's Brentwood ever been good in?
They actually,
Nothing.
They're in the playoffs this year. They're not a number 1 seed, but they're in the playoffs.
For what?
That
I'm assuming that they scored more points than the other team at least like 4 times this year.
was sarcasm, everybody.
I don't know about that.
I got you.
Yo, Whippeal Class 4A, Thomas Jefferson 1, South Fayette 2, Bell Vernon number 3. This is basically all the South teams. 4 is Mars, which
Mars is far.
yeah, Mars is far as fuck, bro.
So is Montour. Montour's all the way out 376. All right.
I could deal with Montour. I'm not trying to go to Mars.
Mars ain't that far. It's like
Far.
Also, I have issues with a bunch of shit because when they redid the
James is gonna be not present for the next segment.
one thing I
He
have to say-
can't read.
I can read. I mess up one name every 5. And actually, when we're in our side, I know all the names of the teams in the Western PA.
There's 5. He said he messes up 1 every 5. There's 5 teams in every single division.
Yeah. So every division, I'm fuck up one of y'all names.
no, you got this one right here.
Oh no,
I believe
Whippeals
in
is
you.
cool. We was in the
Yeah.
PIAA. I don't
It says Eastern Pennsylvania teams we don't understand.
Right. One thing I do want to say
IHOP University.
about the shakeup, because y'all didn't know about the 4 to 6.
Mhm.
They fucked all the conferences up. Baldwin and Moon are in the same conference.
I thought they were.
No, they weren't. They were in the same 4A, but they weren't playing each other every year.
Yeah, no, they weren't. No.
That's Same thing with like there's a couple other teams that are going really far, like Cardinal World North.
Cardinal, right?
They're playing teams like in the South Hills, like deep South Hills. But back over to Whippeal Class 5A, one of the two new conferences here. We got Penn Trafford #1, Western Allegheny #2, Gateway 3, Upper St. Clair 4, and then the bad boys McKeesport #5. Hopefully y'all ain't fighting.
They're even on there.
McKeesport's like
they've been
the Bengals of high school.
They haven't won. I don't think they won a title since '04, but they're in
Sounds
high
about
school
right.
like every other year.
Gateway Gators, man.
And then last but not least, the big dogs, Whippeal Class 6A, which shocks me because only one of these teams is undefeated. Pine Richland's undefeated. #2, the biggest scam artist in Pittsburgh, Central Catholic, because they are full-blown walking into people's houses and recruiting like Nick Saban.
Yeah.
#3 is Mount Lebanon. Arch rivals the ball one. Fuck y'all.
Mount Leba.
Yeah. And Upper St. Clair.
Man, they're always so good. Such a good coach team. Like
'4, Penn Hills, which that's a kind of a out
Penn
of
Hills
nowhere.
Penn Hills is usually good.
I think they got better because of the separation of the conferences. When they were in 4A, it wasn't like they were dominating 4A.
I feel like they were good every year. I want to say good that they're in the
I would say
contention.
they were more like the Bengals, like you use your Bengals analogy to the McKeesport. I'd say the same thing with Penn Hills.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming Bethel. Would you rather me call niggas the Browns?
No.
Care?
Yeah. Oh, shit. They just-
#5, and it's only every
like
time
the
Bethel Park is here.
Titans.
I'm assuming Bethel Park has an NFL quarterback. So last time they were this high, they had an NFL quarterback.
Who was it?
He was a backup now, but he was the it was like I was a senior. No, I was a sophomore. The dude was killing it. We couldn't handle him. Like his arm was a cannon.
Where did you graduate?
2011. So he had to like graduate in 2009 or 10.
I don't know that, man. Who graduated like, never mind. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, 1990.
2000.
So that was your Whippeal update for all the #1 seeds. And we will probably get you the rest of the.
When do those games play?
They should start this weekend.
Yeah, all down, not
I'll be
Hatfield, right?
No, those are the championship games.
So who do you guarantee for these seeds, like for each one? Do you think?
Well, I got to see who's the wild cards. These are just the #1 seeds.
Oh, we could just say the wild cards.
I like Central Catholic
Oh yeah, Central Catholic's every year.
every year.
Oh man,
I've seen Central Catholic in person a couple times, and it's not fair. I think I watched them play Fox Chapel.
I'm gonna give it
here,
the
and
Pine. I'm
was
gonna
just-
give it the
Pine
Pine.
Richland.
They usually
Pine
kill it.
Richland? Okay.
Yeah, they're good every year.
I'm gonna roll with the Central Catholic on this one. If we're going #1 seeds,
Yeah.
5A. I got the Gateway Gators.
I'm gonna slip with Penn Trafford.
I was gonna. Well, I wouldn't want to.
Go McKeesport.
As much as I don't.
Go
One thing I'll
Montez
guarantee you.
perfect. McKeesport.
One thing I'll guarantee is McKeesport will be in Heinz Field, but it's gonna lose to one of these teams we choose. Like I can almost guarantee you it'll be here. I can't knock that.
Who you got?
I think I go with McKeesport as much as.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get some love out there.
All I know is
Class
they was fighting each other last year in Heinz Field.
Yeah.
Like there was video of McKeesport fans fighting McKeesport fans. And like I know because my cousins from Alcoa was still there after they lost in the championship last year.
And probably watching like, look at these.
Oh yeah, they was
motherfuckers.
I got the video from my cousin Smooth. That shit was funny. He was in it, but like it was like that movie, the Dave Chappelle skit when he was walking through the club and nobody was really touching him.
Yeah.
It was him in the fight with the camera, but nobody was touching him.
Yeah, they all knew each other. Fucking idiots.
Whippeal Class 4A. I'm gonna stick close to home with TJ.
I can go with the TJ. Love.
Yeah, I like TJ. They're always in it.
Same thing with the Class 3A for me. I'm gonna stick with Alcoa. I can't even not stick with Alcoa.